Here's the news at 9. First, the highlight. The Lagos State Ministry of Economic Planning and Budget holds sensitization workshop on social protection policy. Federal Executives Council approves 47.9 trillion naira for 2025. On the foreign scene, government introduces stricter anti-pollution measures in India's capital. And in sport, Monaco agrees on 6-year deal to extend Formula One hosting. Now the details. I am Sarah Adesanya. Lagos State Ministry of Economic Planning and Budget has organized a sensitization workshop for council managers on social protection policy from the 20 local government areas and 37 local council development areas of the state. Special advisor to the governor on economic planning and budget, Lekan Balogun, said the workshop aligns with Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu's administration's Themes Plus agenda, particularly in efforts to reduce poverty. Balogun also noted that the event marks a significant milestone in the state's commitment to enhancing the well-being of its citizens through the implementation of social protection policies.
It's important to note that many organizations, including the federal government, agencies of WAPA, SDG, Social Scholarship Board, and others, corporate bodies inclusive, philanthropists, development partners like UNDP, UN Women, and so on, are currently supporting this body of work and also mining the record, their various attesting to the credibility of the register. Furthermore, Lagos State government on its own part has been intentional about realizing the work of social protection by increasing funding sector at state level, while the distribution of the 7 desktop computers to the CBT at the 7 LG.
Earlier in her welcome address, Director on the Ministry, Uju Olayinka, emphasized that the workshop provided a crucial platform for discussing and strategizing the effective implementation of social protection policies, reflecting Lagos State's commitment to aligning its local policies with the national social welfare agenda.
In the larger plan of the Lagos State Development Plan 2052, which we are aware of, protection of our people is a key program. It's a 4-bucket development plan that talks about a thriving economy, talks about human-centric city, modern infrastructure. If you are talking about human-centric city, we are talking about a city that has capacity, to thrive its economy.
And his goodwill message, Social Policy Manager, United Nations Children's Fund, UNICEF, Mohamed Okori, encouraged all stakeholders to work together to create a sustainable and inclusive system that addresses the needs of the most marginalized communities. At the workshop, which attracted key stakeholders, participants took part in a series of sessions led by experts in social policy, community engagement, and policy implementation. Lagos State Emergency Management Agency, LASEMA, has taken a step towards pushing for the improvement of the emergency response by health facilities and emergency services. Permanent Secretary, LASEMA, Olufemi Okelson-Itolu, said this during the development of Management of Emergency Victims Protocol Technical Interactive Session. Okelson-Itolu said the objective of the program is to articulate the emergency preparedness and response protocol for healthcare facilities in Lagos State. It said it would include building the capacity of health facilities in emergency response, articulate a clear and actionable emergency preparedness and response protocol specifically for healthcare facilities, and also to deal with the empowerment of healthcare providers, ensuring that victims receive timely and effective care.
In emergency management is communication, and today we want to establish holistic protocol which is going to make our communication not only be effective, it will be efficient. So we will be speaking the same language. Rules and responsibility will be defined. So with this, we discover that it's a way of ginger up our response system, it's a way of ginger up our preparedness, and it's a way of being on top of challenges.
LASEMA, in collaboration with Health Facility Monitoring and Accreditation Agency, HEFEMA, is proposing to work with public and private healthcare providers in Lagos State to develop and implement emergency preparedness and response guidelines for protocols. In commemoration of World Diabetes Day, the Lagos State Ministry of Health with Health Matters Incorporated have organized a global diabetes walk and free diabetes screening exercise at the Lagos State Government Secretariat in Alausa. Participants walked through the Secretariat complex to raise awareness of diabetes and its impact on well-being. Public servants were also offered free diabetes screenings to identify potential risks early. The event, themed Diabetes and Well-being, aimed to increase awareness and access to diabetes screening among Lagosians, emphasizing the importance of lifestyle changes in diabetes prevention. Permanent Secretary of the Lagos State Ministry of Health, Olusegun Ogboye, highlighted the government's commitment to reducing diabetes prevalence through awareness and proactive health screenings. Ogboye, who was represented by the Director of Disease Control, Victoria Egunjabi, stressed the role of healthy choices, regular physical activity, and avoiding smoking and alcohol to reduce diabetes risk. And now to the rest of the stories. The Federal Executive Council, FEC, has approved a proposed national budget of 47.9 trillion naira for the 2025 fiscal year. Minister of Budget and Economic Planning, Atiku Bagudu, said these while briefing State House correspondents after the FEC meeting presided over by President Bola Tinubu. This was part of the Medium-Term Expenditure Framework, MTEF, for 2025 to 2027, in line with the Fiscal Responsibility Act of 2007. The Federal Road Safety Corps, FRSC, has applauded stakeholders for their commitment towards improving shared transportation experience, while also reaffirming its commitment to preventing road crashes and their devastating consequences on passengers. Lagos Sector Commander Kehinde Hamzat said this at a town hall meeting as part of activities for the flag-off of the 2024 Ember Month sensitization campaign, organized with the theme Speak Up Against Dangerous Driving. Crashes kill more passengers than drivers. Hamzat stated that the meeting was to foster open dialogue between road users as well as those who navigate the streets of Lagos. He urged road users to continue to collaborate with the FRSC to address current challenges and explore innovative solutions to ensure safer roads, drivers, and passengers. On his part, the Zonal Commanding Officer, RS2 Headquarters Lagos, Adeoye Irelewuyi, said FRSC, in line with the best practices of the evolving smart need infrastructure, had digitized its operation in line with President Bola Tinubu's renewed hope agenda for socio-economic growth as the negative impact of road crashes in Nigeria were alarming. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has commended the distribution of sensitive materials to various local government areas of Ondo State ahead of Saturday's gubernatorial election. The distribution was carried out at the premises of the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, Akure, Ondo State, under the watch of party agents, armed policemen, and several commercial buses hired by the Commission. Earlier, the Defense Headquarters confirmed that troops have been deployed in significant numbers for the election. It stated that the deployment was to support the police and ensure a smooth election in the state. In a statement, the Director of Defense Media Operations, Buba Edward, said the presence of troops would ensure that voters exercise their franchise without harassment. And in foreign news, Indian government has banned non-essential construction in New Delhi, the world's most populated capital, and urged residents to avoid burning coal for heating to combat worsening air quality that has disrupted flights and obscured the Taj Mahal. The new measures include sprinkling water with dust suppressants on roads as well as mechanized sweeping that would help settle dust. Delhi's chief minister also directed all primary schools to shift to online classes. And in sport, Monaco has agreed to continue hosting Formula One F1 races until at least 2031 after a new 6-year deal. One of the sport's most iconic and prestigious races, the Monaco Grand Prix, hosted races every year since 1955, other than during the COVID-affected 2020 season. In recent years, it has been under pressure to modernize, but after organizers bowed to pressure from F1 over television broadcast and on-track advertising, its place on the calendar was secured. As part of the new deal, the race will move to the first full weekend in June from 2026. Just before we go, slow down for pedestrians crossing the road. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms. X at Traffic Radio 961. Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch our news and programs live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that Solo administration supplied 86,000 dual furniture sets to 775 public schools? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, have a highlight of the major stories. Lagos State Ministry of Economic Planning and Budget has organized a sensitization workshop for council managers on social protection policy from the 20 local government areas and 37 local council development areas of the state. The Federal Executive Council has approved a proposed national budget of 47.9 trillion naira for the 2025 fiscal year. We also told you that the Indian government has banned non-essential construction in New Delhi, the world's most populated capital, and urged residents to avoid burning coal for heating to combat worsening air quality that has disrupted flight and obscured the Taj Mahal. And in sport, Monaco has agreed to continue hosting Formula One races until at least 2031 after a new 6-year deal. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That ends the news broadcast compiled by Aderayo Idowu Olaya. I am Sarah Adesanya. Thank you for listening and God bless you.